I've been thinking a lot lately about artificial intelligence. I was hanging out with Tata the other day. I said, at what point do we ask ourselves, have we opened Pandora's box? At what point are we talking to the ghost in the shell? The corporations, the corporate heads, they all say it's about money, but what happens when we integrate this artificial intelligence stuff with targeted advertisements and the corporate algorithms? You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Beyonce about buying a squatty potty the other day. Not for me, but for Blue Ivy. And next thing I know, I got squatty potty ads coming up everywhere, all over my Twitter and YouTube videos. And, given how the algorithm works, I'm basically hopping and skip away from hemorrhoid cream ads at this point. It's the next logical step. How is Huff supposed to have the confidence to talk about his bowel movements with his queen? Blue Ivy's bowel movements with his queen, when Mark Zuckerberg and his corporate buddies are standing over his shoulder, listening in, Look, I'm a businessman. I said that. I want profits just as much as the next capitalist, but at what point do we value privacy? That's all I'm saying. Back in my day, when I lived in Marcy Projects, there used to be a creepy man. We used to call him the Marcy Masturbator, because he would walk through the halls of the PJs and drop his louds on the floor. One evening, when I was still selling rock, I slipped in a puddle of cum. And I knocked my head on the side of the wall. And a lot of people don't know this, but I've been having seizures ever since. And, that's why I'm real sensitive when it comes to, public masturbation. Last time I saw somebody dropping louds in public, I felt the urge to just, sick Tata on them and my security guards. But you know what I did? I walked up to him. I said, yo, you can't come in public no more. Because I'm house, he understood. I didn't have to say anything beyond that. But I think about all the people out here that are being exposed. It's, I just think that's something we need to focus on collectively as a society, as public masturbators. Ye is my man's, but things have really gotten out of hand ever since he became a billionaire. So I'm breaking a wall of silence on this. A lot of people don't know this, but it's time for the truth to come to light. Ever since Ye hit $1 billion, he's been walking around in diamond-encrusted diapers, shitting himself, just pooping in his big boy diapers, and he throws them out. Mind you, each diaper is encrusted with multiple carats of diamonds, and he just throws them out every single day. He doesn't even reuse any of them. He just poopies in his diamond diapers and then throws them in his designated dumpster labeled Kanye's diaper bin. And then he has it loaded into his mega toilet every weekend. Hov is all for the lavish lifestyle. Hov is all for the luxury. But this is out of hand. In his records, he always used to say, throw your diamonds in the sky, not the toilet. Not the toilet. The Rock isn't alive every time Ye rhymes anymore. The Rock is literally flushing down a mega toilet somewhere in Wisconsin right now. And I won't stand for it. This isn't even ecologically sustainable. I'm speaking out. However, speaking is truth. ha, ha. Cheer. This one is for the boys with the booming system. Top town AC with the coolest system. When he come up in the club, he be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And he ill, he real, he might got a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of bell. He cow, he tout, he might sound cow. He always in the ear, but he never fly couch. He a motherfucking trip. Sail on the ship. When he make a trip, kiss him on the lip. That's the kind of dude I was looking for. And yes, you'll get slapped if you're looking how. I said, excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean, my, you're like pelican fly. I mean, so shy, and I'm loving your tie. You're like slicker than the guy with the thing on his eye. Yes, how dead. Somebody please tell him who the F Halv is. I am Harvey Minaj. I mack them dudes up. Back coops up and chuck the juice up. Pete running away. Beating like a drum and it's coming your way. Can't you hear that bumper, bass? Super bass. Cheer. However. Pow, 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 pow. Yo, you crazy for this one, Nikki? Harvey got that super bass. Cheer. You know, it must have been the late 90s or the early 2000s, but I remember going to the movie theaters with Tata to go see the stop-motion animated feature Chicken Run. And I just remember Tata being so enthralled with the storyline and all the characters and all that. You know, and I thought it was cool. You know, I remember that one scene where the character Bab, she says something like, I don't want to be a pie. And that really resonated with me, you feel me? But at the same time, you know, I was trying to explain to Tata, you know, this don't really compare to the craftsmanship of somebody like Henry Selick years prior, you know, because you had The Nightmare Before Christmas. You had the James and the Giant Peach soundtrack, which, by the way, you know, Halvey thinks Randy Newman just absolutely destroyed that soundtrack. You know, my name is James Jim. That's what Father called me. I mean, it was just a beautiful soundtrack. But Tata wasn't trying to hear all that. You feel me? You know, he was really just caught up with the chickens and the running. I was trying to really explain to him that, you know, we've come a long way since Rankin and Bass. You know, people love Coraline for a reason. You know, it's Henry Selick just got that classic touch with his work. So that's why I'm really looking forward to this project he doing with Key and Peele. You know, the Wendell and Wild. It's going to be real interesting to see right here, you know. The month of October is finally here. You know what that means. You know, Halv knows it can be hard to keep a sense of excitement, imagination, and wonder at this time of year, especially given how dystopian and horrific these times are. But this month is Halloween, baby. And Halvey's a billionaire. I don't have to think about that shit. Halv! Hey, yo, Kenny Elfman, you crazy for this one? Shit. Uh-huh. Oh. 10 bitches of every age. Wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with Halv and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Kanye screams in the dead of night. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Blow your cats till the neighbor's gonna die of fright. It's Rockstown. Everybody scream in this town of Halloween. Beans is the one hiding under your bed. Teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red. Bleak is the one hiding under your stairs. Fingers like snakes and spiders in his hair. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. Halv! You know, I've been tinkering with this idea for a long time of doing this little thing called Chasey Takes After Dark. You know, I realized that I'm not really that open about my sexuality. But the truth of the matter is, Half gets horny too. And I think as a man, we have a lot of ideas about masculinity, and our role in society. And, as a man who's respected by many men, millions of men all across the planet, I feel like, me, Half, being more open about what makes him calm and makes him feel good could be a healthy way to spark more productive conversations around sexuality. So, what do y'all think? You think Half talking about some sexual things late in the evening, late at night when most people are asleep, when the freaks is out, could be something productive? Let me know your thoughts. Some of y'all may have heard yesterday that Half got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And in order to celebrate, I figured I'd do a cover of a song called Psychosocial by a little group you may have heard of called Slipknot. Just to show people that Half is rock star. Goes a little something like this. Half! I'm a rock star now. Hey, are you crazy for this one, Corey Taylor? Uh-huh. Half. Uh-huh. Half did his time and he won out. So if you said that it doesn't cut, the soul is not so vibrant. The reckoning, the sickening, packaging subversion, pseudo-sacrosanct perversion. Go drill your deserts, go take your graves, then fill your mouth with all the money you will save. Sinking in, getting smaller again. I'm done, it has begun. Half's not the only one. And the rain will kill us all. Throw ourselves against the wall. But no one else can see the preservation of the modern me. Psychosocial, 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 psychosocial. Hey, yo, no, they told me you couldn't do this. Half put a spell on you. And now, your house. You can't stop the things Half do. Half ain't lie. Half, been 300 years. Right down to the day, give or take. Now the pitch is back. And it's hell to pay. Really? Half put a spell on you. And now your house. Hey, yo, Penn Midley, you crazy for this one, but also low-key racist. Hello, New York. My name is Half. What's yours? Half put a spell on you. And now you're gone. Half's where me fell on you. And it was dry. Your wretched little lives have all been cursed. 'Cause of all the bitches working, Half's the worst. Half put a spell on you. And now you're mine. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I love this part of the song. If you don't believe, you'd better get superstitious. Ask me. Yeah. Half put a spell on you. How a wicked spell. Half put a spell on you. I say, into pie, half a maybe, half and tie. Cheer. in Kamakuri Ama. Hey, hi, hey, bye, bye. I have to apologize for my absence. You know, a lot of people aren't aware about Kanye's mega toilet, for one. But we made a grim discovery 2 months ago. You know, Ye invited us to his ranch. It's Wyoming ranch. He's got a few ranches. He invited us to one of the ranches. He said, yo, I'm working on this new album. I need a verse from you. I said, you know, with COVID-19, I would be more comfortable, you know, if I could do it remotely. He said, no, Half, everybody's coming to the ranch to record. I need you here. I say, you know what, you Ye. So I'll oblige. You know, we flew out here to his ranch. He said, yo, Half, you know about my mega toilet, right? I said, hey, yeah, I know. You know, I to be honest with you, I don't really think it's ecologically sustainable. You know, he said, yeah. I hear you on that, but just check it out for a second. Just come up here and check it out. Look into the bow. So we climbed up the stairs to the top of his mega toilet. And we stood on the edge of the bow. He said, look in. So I looked in. And that's when he pushed me in. He pushed me into his mega toilet. And how flushed down, swirled down into his septic tank. You know, we all just thought it was the mega toilet. We would never have thought he had a mega septic tank in the ground underneath the toilet. And inside of the septic tank was an acoustic studio. And he yelled from the top of the toilet bowl. Sounded like a megaphone. He yelled. He said, you in jail now. Toilet jail. You know, it's not a coincidence that my feature on Donda is on a song called Jail. It's because I literally recorded it in his mega toilet septic tank jail in the ground. He just released me 2 nights ago. And that's why I'm here. I had to make it clear. It wasn't just me down there. He had everybody locked up against their will. People need to know about this mega toilet. It's deeper than what we thought it was. It's not just a vanity project. He's holding people hostage. Me and Beyonce only showed up to the Grammys to, pick up Blue Ivy's Grammy or to show making support. That's not true at all. You know, we really showed up to the Grammys because they serve a mean shrimp scampi. And it's been a tradition in our household, in Harvey's household, for years, you know, to go to the Grammys, get some shrimp scampi from the Grammys, bring it back to our home, and then put it in our deep freezer. So we've been eating Grammy shrimp scampi leftover for years. You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about how a lot of my close friends still say, pause and no homo. It's like, what, you think I'm gonna crawl over there and suck your cock? You think I'm gonna crawl across the room and slowly press my body up against yours and lick your nutsack? You know, it's like, really, what are we talking about here? You know, as a man, you know, I feel real, or rather, I'm learning how to feel more secure in my sexuality. You know, you would think because you married Queen Bee, you know, Beyonce, that You never have to think about shit like that anymore. But the truth of the matter is, being half, being in the public spotlight and being more, open about how secure I am in my sexuality. A lot of people like to speculate. It's also us. We got these homophobic, conspiracy theorists thinking, for me to make this much money, I had to join the Illuminati and suck some cocks. It's just not true. It's not reality. So, I would just implore more of you to consider, the implications of the type of rhetoric you use, because I don't feel like, I said, I don't have to pause. All of y'all can suck my paws through my drawers, and I meant that shit when I said it the first time. How? The Rockets in the building. Hey, yo, humanly, you crazy for this one. How? Hear me out. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. When Half met you, Half picked you out and shook you up and turned you around. Turned you into someone new. Now 5 years later on, you've got the world at your feet. Success has been so easy for you. But don't forget, it's Half who put you where you are now. And Half can put you back down too. Don't you want Half? I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want Half? I don't believe you when you say that you don't need me. It's much too late to find. You think you've changed your mind? You better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want Half, baby? Half, don't you want some Half? Don't you want some? Oh, I know you want some Half, baby. You want some Half? If there's two things that Half's always loved, it's been pro pots and pizza. What's your favorite kind of pizza? Personally, I love pineapple, but no ham. Sometimes pepperoni. And don't even get me started about the stuffed crust. Watching Elon Musk, do all these things with SpaceX has really inspired me. And taking into account how much I love pizza, and the way things are moving with AI intelligence, I figured I'd make my own little investment. But it's more than business to me. It's more than money. It's about bringing us all one step closer to making something that used to be fiction to us. Tata and I used to sit back watching a special movie called Toy Story. Some of y'all may have heard of it. They had a restaurant called Pizza Planet. And I remember, as we was bagging that crack, staring at the TV, we said to ourselves, one day that's going to be something we bring to the world. And look, now we're here. Strike a pose. Half. Half had to do one for the girls. Let me also say this. A lot of people aren't aware that Half folks in public and Half folks in private. I don't really care. I'll vote anywhere. Half. Look around. Everywhere you turn, it's heartache. It's everywhere that you go. I mean, really. You try everything you can to escape this pain of life that you know. When all else fails and you long to be something better than you ought to take. Have now's a place where you can get away. It's called the dance floor. And here's what it's for. So come on, have and vogue. Let your body move to the music. This is what I say to myself. I say, come on, have and vogue. Let your body go with the flow. You know you can do it. Hove's a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. Toilet jail. You know, it's not a coincidence that my feature on Donda is on a song called Jail. It's because I literally recorded it in his mega toilet septic tank jail in the ground. He just released me 2 nights ago. And that's why I'm here. I had to make it clear. It wasn't just me down there. He had everybody locked up. I guess they will. People need to know about this mega toilet. It's deeper than what we thought it was. It's not just a vanity project. He's holding people hostage.